Hi friends, I'm Dinesh Kamal and today I'll talk to you about the film The Godfather. The Godfather had the movie Godfather had four main characters: Vito Corleone, Sonny Corleone, Tom Hagen, and Michael Corleone. Vito Corleone is a man who built the empire, and he had seen mafia lords finishing his close ones when he was very small, and he grows up, and while he grows up, he builds an empire in order to avenge his enemies, and then a time comes when he has to pass on the empire to one of his sons. One of his he doesn't have faith in his eldest son, Sonny Corleone, because of his hot temper. Sonny Corleone tended to make hasty decisions, and he Vito Corleone liked his second son, his younger son Michael Corleone, but Michael Corleone had different ideas. He didn't want to pursue the family business. He wanted to serve the country more than the blood. The third son was Freddie Corleone, but he was not made for the business, so there was no question of passing on the empire to him. Hence Victor Corleone has tough time trying to deciding as to whom to pass on the empire to. The next main character of the movie Godfather is Sonny Corleone. Sonny Corleone is the eldest son of Vito Corleone, and he's a hot-tempered person, but he's a powerful military brain. He had a chance to be an acting godfather a couple of times, and he created havoc among the enemy's camp. The other mafia families dreaded him because of his powerful military brain, and also because of his horrible temper. And the enemies take advantage of his hot-tempered nature, and there comes a time when they trap him and they kill him. The next main character is Tom Hagen. Now, Tom Hagen is the godson of Vito Corleone. He was brought home by Sonny Corleone when he was very small. Sonny Corleone saves him from dying, and Vito Corleone adopts him, and Tom Hagen goes on to become the consigliere or the legal advisor of the family, and the family becomes heavily dependent on him for legal advices. So Tom Hagen is another main character of the film. Then the last main hero of the film is Michael Corleone. Michael Corleone is the most underestimated person, but in fact, initially he was not interested in the family business. He joined Marines to serve the country, and he refuses to pursue the family business. But later on, when his brother Sonny Corleone is killed by the enemies, and when his father Vito Corleone becomes very old, he is forced to take over the empire. And what a way he runs the empire! What a way! He turns out to be the best of all godfathers, and he turns out to be the most successful godfather. And so these are the four main characters: Vito Corleone, played by Marlon Brando; Sonny Corleone, played by James Caan; Tom Hagen, played by Robert Duvall; and Michael Corleone, played by Al Pacino. That's all. Thank you. Bye. Hi friends, I'm Dinesh Kamat, and today I'll talk to you about another Hollywood film which was my favorite film. The film was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It had Jack Nicholson and Louis Fletcher playing the lead roles. Jack Nicholson played the role of a mental patient who for some reason is admitted to a mental asylum, and Louis Fletcher plays the head nurse of that particular asylum. And then the movie depicts as to how Jack Nicholson, once he enters the asylum, how he
how he interacts with all the inmates of the asylum. He they become the best friends. All the inmates, they love him and they adore him, and he guides them in every matter, and he becomes a kind of the leader as such. But head nurse, she's shown as a dictatorial type. She's shown as a very strict lady, and she's shown as a bully. She bullies the inmates, and this is what Jack Nicholson doesn't like, and so he always he clashes with her verbally, and he becomes a kind of rebel. He becomes a kind of he revolts against her, and one stage the rebellion grows to such an extent that he tries to murder her, and then all the bouncers of that hospital, they take him to a room where they give him a electric shock treatment, and then he gets paralyzed. And he would now have to stay like a paralyzed man throughout his life. And this makes one of the inmates pity him to such an extent that he put an end to his life, and he personally escapes from the asylum. That is what that is what the title means. One flew over the cuckoo's nest. One inmate manages to escape from that asylum. So it was a great movie. It won an Oscar. So it was a great movie to watch. Thank you. Bye.
Hi friends, I'm Dinesh Kamath, and today I'll speak to you about the movie The Fan. It's a Hollywood movie and it was released in 1981, and I had seen the movie when I was in my college and I loved the movie very much. It is one of my favorite Hollywood movies. The movie talked about a youngster who is a fan of a screen and stage artist, and the extent to which he goes to just to come face to face with her. The movie depicts all that. Michael Biehn played the role of Douglas Breen. He's supposed to be the fan of Sally Ross, screen and stage artist Sally Ross, whose role is played by Lauren Bacall. Douglas, he writes letters after Douglas is working in a record store as a salesman, and he is a fan of Sally Ross, and he writes letters after letters to her, and these letters are obsessive in nature and very sexual in nature. But Sally Ross has her own problem and she ignores the letter, and when Douglas finds that his letters are being ignored, he becomes very angry. His love turns into hatred now. He wants to meet Sally, the actress, somehow or the other. He tries to eliminate all the obstacles that come between him and Sally Ross. He assaults people who are trying to prevent him from reaching Sally Ross. He even attacks the actress's relatives and friends. And this makes the actress very nervous. She becomes very nervous. She's terrified by this fan who she thinks is very psychotic in nature. She goes out of public view just to avoid this fan. And now Douglas, he gets an idea. He gives the actress the impression that he's dead, and this makes Sally Ross feel relieved, and then she comes out of the public view. She tries to make a debut in the stage show in Broadway. When Douglas, the fan, he comes to know about the show, he also attends the show, and he is very much impressed by the performance of his idol, Sally Ross. Sally Ross is unaware of the fact that a fan, this Douglas has also attended that show, but at the end of the show, Douglas manages to get Sally Ross face to face with him, all alone, in a huge auditorium.
he racks her like anything, but ultimately the actress manages to kill him. She manages to kill him in self-defense. If she would not kill him, he would kill her. So she manages to kill him in self-defense. So it's such a, and she leaves the theater with a fan lying dead. So this was a film which I really liked. I saw it when I was in my college, and I loved it very much. And I've not forgotten the many beautiful scenes that the film depicted. It was one of the best Hollywood movies. It is one of the best Hollywood movies. At least I feel that way. Thank you very much. Bye.